All right. So, hey, I'm Corey with Call Banker Southern Coast. And today I have Lauren Hale with me with Moto Mortgage. And we are going to be going over a couple questions for any of our buyers that's in the area, anybody that's going to be relocating. This is just a little bit of information in case you have any questions and you don't feel like calling us on the phone. You don't feel like calling us on the phone. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yes, I'm Lauren Hale and I'm with Moto Mortgage, and really excited to answer a couple of questions for Q&A.
Yes, perfect. All right. So my first question I have here is, what type of loans do you have available?
Yeah, it's a great question. A lot of people use the two terms mortgage broker and loan originator, interchangeably, and that's who I am. And one of the amazing things is that I don't actually work for a bank. I actually work for you, and lenders work for me. So we offer a variety of loan options that can fit a variety of clientele, from VA, conventional, USDA, FHA. And then, of course, your non-traditional buyers who might need loan products if, you're trying to qualify off of income that you earn from being a self-employed business owner, or maybe you're trying to qualify off of down payment only. You have 20%, there's a loan out there for you. So lots of non-traditional loans as well. And of course, your conventional, traditional loans that most everybody is familiar with, as well as refinances across the board.
Information. Next question I have, what can you do to improve your credit score?
This is a really great question. And I honestly feel like it's one of the biggest things that clients often ask, right? We pull credit and they say, oh, how can I improve it? Or we start a conversation, they say, my credit's not that great. What can I do? Well, there's two really good tips. One is to monitor your credit. There's a lot of banks out there. If you bank with a particular bank and you have a checking and savings account with them, they provide you with the service of updating your FICO score. Now, while your FICO score isn't completely indicative of what will be pulled for a mortgage pull, it is a great starting point. So I always encourage you to make sure that you are always monitoring that and you kind of have a good gauge as to where you are. The second biggest tip I can give is that if you do have credit out there, you've got some credit cards out there. We call that revolving debt. Biggest tip, keep it at a 30%. So really easy math. If you have $1,000 limit on that credit card, never let it get above 300. And if it does, just make sure you're paying those balances off in a timely manner. You always want to be on time with your payments, especially if you already hold a mortgage. It's very important and it shows that character for you and your credit.
Yeah. That is great information for just about anybody, even if you're just wanting to keep your credit up, but especially if you're wanting to buy the house through us.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I know a lot of people are hesitant about getting through the pre-approval process because it can be a little spooky. What is some of your advice that you would have to give to anybody that is feeling like, that they're a little scared by doing it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what's really important is that you feel comfortable with who you're working with. I think relationships are really important. And I also feel like as long as the person, if it's not me, the process, the loan originator or the bank that you're using, as long as they have a process in place to streamline your loan process, I really think it makes a difference. It can be very overwhelming. And if you do feel overwhelmed, you might not be with the right lender. And so I always tell my clients that my number one kind of hashtag is no hassle, because that is truly my goal. I want to make sure that you come to the table, we talk about your goals, we talk about the things that you want, I'm listening to you, and we're able to give you a process that allows you great turnover time, right? We can get you clear to close, right, in a very timely manner, as well as being able to give you guys the stress-free buying process, right? I know it's really important to you too that we kind of take that stress off of our clients. I don't want you to stress on a Friday afternoon. That's my job. And so I think that if you aren't having that and you're not having that success, not saying that that loan originator isn't doing their job, but just maybe that company, that bank might not be the right fit for you.
Yes, exactly. And, we're in a position where you want people to give us a call or be able to give us a call anytime they have a question. even if it's a call, text, whatever. If you have a question, reach out. We're here to be those people. I know as as an agent, that's what I'm here to do. And I know the same goes for you, because I've had many questions, come up in the past where if I don't have an answer, I know that I can call you and you'll answer them for me.
Yeah, and vice versa. Because, I think it's really important to know that we kind of stay in our lane, right? We do have some experts, we have our expertise, we have experience in other areas. But yeah, and communication is number one. I mean, you definitely want to make sure you're partnering with people who are very good at communication. Being available is one thing, right? Yes, we want to be available, but communicating expectations. If I can't take your phone call right now, hey, I'm shooting you a text and telling you, hey, I'm on the phone, or I'll get right back to you. I mean, it's just that constant communication. And I think that makes the buying process so much better.
Yes, exactly. So one more question, and then this wraps up our questions and we can have a little discussion. So it says, what advice would you give your buyers relocating to our area?
Oh, that's so good, because I think that a lot of times buyers have friends, right? Or you have somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. But I think one of the best piece of advice that I can give is to use somebody local. I think it really provides a lot of power to you as somebody who's looking for a home in the area, that if you use somebody local, especially like you, Corey, I mean, you were born and raised here. Who better to give your clients an array of properties, not only in the Hinesville area, but the Ludowici, Glenville, Baxley, even all the way up to, if we want to talk about Richmond Hill, Savannah, you're going to be able to give your buyers such an array of homes to be able to give them. And then whenever it comes to lending, your big banks out there, yeah, they know what they're doing just as much as anybody else. But I think that personal touch that you get from local establishments, local lenders, local realtors, I think you can't go wrong. I think if you asked our past clients, yours, mine, I think one of the things that sets us apart is the fact that we are here. We are face to face, whether it be virtually, but we are here. We're in the thick of it. And I think that that's really important. Use someone local, use someone trusted, and ultimately, I don't think you'll ever be dissatisfied.
No, never. I'm a big, huge supporter of everything local. You don't get us relocating. I want people, whenever they come to me, to feel like they're at home. And that is a big, huge deal in our area, especially when you're buying a house. I mean, what better thing to do is feel like you're at home?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. And that's why you are so successful at everything that you do. I think you do a really great job of building those relationships because, again, you just have that local factor, and it's just something that's unmatched.
Yep. And I tell people all the time, if I would have known years ago that I'd love my job this much, I would have done it a long time ago.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel the exact same way.
Yep. So, all right. Well, that wraps us up. And I want to let everybody know, have a happy Halloween. And I'm always available. You have any questions, you give me a call. Like I said, I'm partnered with Local Lenders, and they got it all.
Thank you so much, Corey.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.